Ah, it's no longer after dark. Alright, here we go. That's right. Okay. So, I don't know if any of you have ever seen a hockey game be speedrunned, but I'm going to introduce you to the pleasure right now. This is what it's going to look like. Alright, here we go. Are you ready for the most entertaining hockey game you've ever seen? Alright, it gets better than this. It gets even better. You ready? I can run the clock in any number of interesting ways, but this one is the most fun. There's not much of a market for speedrunning games where all you're doing is, like, either running down a timer in a sports game or, like, playing a side scroller where you have no control over how quickly the level finishes. Like a lot of shooters where it's just auto scrolling, it just comes down to like how fast you can mash the fire button. Montreal looks a lot like Calgary today in terms of jersey color. Oh, he passed it right to me. So we can dance around all day, we can do any number of passing and skating techniques. The important thing is that no more goals are scored, there's no icing, and above all else, well, I mean, it's all the same, but we also can't get in any fights because those freeze the timer as well. So if that happens, I have to let him punch me out. Oh, I had a ton of fun in the monster fight rings in Dragon Warrior 3. I felt like I had a good edge too. I never get tired of that sound. Especially great if you have a bunch of friends together, put on Blades of Steel, get this going in the background. Oh, I made him stop and think about what he's doing. And he's back at it. The crowd is so into it. See them cheering silently, moving around. As the Montreal forward figures out a way to try and get past this huge net. I did not get a new record this time in Dragon Warrior 2. Should I ram him with the goalie? I probably should. Let's ram him. He wants revenge. Ah. That's game one. 2 games to go. Doom, doom. No time to see who we're playing. We have to mash. So the team that looks like Minnesota, I think this is Edmonton, I think. We'll get to see when a goal is scored anyway. Whoop. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, white and purple. So this is Edmonton. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was right. Well, I mean, you can call it what you want. Um, as I said, there doesn't seem to be much of a field of people playing games where either you're just running the timer out or you're playing an auto scroller. Like there aren't really many documented speedruns or recorded videos of games like that at all. But I figured out what little there is to figure out about this game, what you have to do in order to get the best possible time, assuming there are no glitches, which I'm certainly not aware of any. So essentially, if I continue like this, I'm going to get, you know, what you could call the world record and like the best possible time, apart from, you know, if I like lost any frames between mashing the start button after a goal or something like that. It's certainly legit in every sense that any speedrun is legit. You know, it's not going to be like an official competitive game type thing. Is this going to be a foreshadowing of Connor McDavid's season? We shall see. Ah, he fell. Wow. When I do that, I can actually guide him towards the goalie. Until he actually crashes into him. So he's pretty much just going to stay still there otherwise, but if I start passing, straight up into the goalie. So here we're between periods, and you have to press the start button to advance this box. And, you know, if you're off by a frame, that's a frame you miss in the speedrun or whatever. But I can't see anyone getting too serious about frames in this game. Goalie wants to hit him. Oh wow, I've never done it from here out in the open. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the time's going to look like, but I always wanted to do this once. But yeah, obviously it's optimal to end the game at 1-0. I agree, air kicks. Ah, that sound effect, by the way. If you knock over a player in a different situation, like if you knock him out before a fight can start, like if you get locked up and punch him out, the pitch at which he says "ah" can change. It can be like higher pitched or lower pitched, which is really weird. But for some reason, when he just runs into the goalie, it stays constant. Yeah, this is the version where Malroth dons a hockey mask and the Prince of Canuck, clearly portrayed by the green and yellow dude, has a little bit of trouble with him. Same thing, just mashing start between periods. So that time he was higher pitched when he got knocked over. Whoop. Want to go up to the goalie? Maybe the goalie comes down to you. Blades of Steel it is. Whoop. He found a way. Oh god. Don't hit me again. I gotta let him knock me over. Gotta block this shot. The hardest I've had to work throughout the entire run. There we go. Back in the safe zone. Yeah, I've played ice hockey too. A lot of my friends feel ice hockey is the best hockey game on the NES. This one will always be my favorite, though. Oh yeah, on a home pad that would be brutal. Can't skip this part. And the second split is longer because it includes the end of the first game, which is like this part right here. I think I can crack a half an hour. Yeah, that's when you get into a fight. Who's my opponent? I think it said Toronto? Whichever team looks like the Rangers. Again, I forget. I used to just always play Los Angeles every time. And that was because... Oh, it is New York. How about that? What kind of a pass was that? Uh-oh. Close stuff. There we go. We in there. Yeah, that's true. It's the best playoffs ever, even for the Hawks. I think it would be very cool if you came to my town. I can't guarantee I'll have a lot of free time or anything. Summer is a busy work time for me. Oh, don't ruin it now. Alright. Gonna try and lock this up. One more period to go. I wouldn't want anything to go wrong after this, so I'm going to try and be careful. Was there something you were planning on doing in town during that period? Oh, I gotcha. You don't work all summer? That's awesome. That'd be an interesting experiment. Here you go. Alright. One last possession to worry about. Oh, I got it. Oh, do I have him? I think I have him. We in there? I hope I remember to score a goal at the beginning of the game. I'm sure I did. Right? Right. I must have. I have a feeling an ice hockey speedrun would be much more complicated than this. Although I don't remember if there's like a tournament setting or anything like that. I've just played like one-on-one games with my friends. What's really a blast with this game is trying to score as many goals as possible. I think I've scored over 40 in a single game. Yeah, that's what I thought, air kicks. Alright, I have put the controller down. There you have it. Unfortunately, on the pro difficulty, I don't think it's possible to score a goal in shootout mode, so you're pretty much screwed at that point. I could be wrong about that, but as a kid I remember playing the pro difficulty and never scoring a single goal in shootout mode. Yeah, this may very well be the first sub-half-hour completion of a Blades of Steel tournament. Congratulations on becoming the ultimate champion! Oh god, the sun's coming up. I must sleep soon. Victory music is kind of sweet for this game too. Oh wow, there are like white bars on either side. I never noticed that. Those are sort of outside of the scope of the TV, but they exist. Yeah, a lot of my friends